CBS 13's Marc Thompson is live in Yolo County. And Marc, dramatic pictures behind you. How is it looking at this hour?
Sharon, we're here at the CAL Fire Station, but take a look at this. You can see the glow on the hillside behind me as the flames continue to rage here. We're right here on the Yolo and Napa County lines. And I tell you, it was a long day for firefighters and residents forced to evacuate their homes. Residents here along County Road 63 watched with concern as flames from the Gwenda fire spread closer and closer from hillside to homes.
Well, any fire is too close, isn't it?
Even our interview interrupted as flames burst nearby. Now, from... Oh, yeah.
Take a picture of that.
Despite mandatory evacuation orders and a shelter set up at nearby Grange Hall, some chose to wait it out and do what they could to protect their property.
Well, just sprinkling a little here, I don't know. I'll have to depend on the fire department.
Firefighters facing challenging conditions as temperatures topped 100 degrees, but they continued to attack by air and on the ground.
We have weather is a huge issue, the terrain, the topography, the fuels. We're getting ready to run out of daylight, so that's going to hamper the air.
Meanwhile, residents left to watch, wait, and worry about more than just themselves.
You know, our main focus was getting horses and livestock out, and well, pretty much just trying to get all of our friends and stuff out.
And again, dramatic images here behind me, that glow on the hillside as those flames continue to rage right here on the Yolo and Napa County lines. And I can tell you that many residents, they were concerned about their property but didn't want to leave at the time. But as these flames continue to grow, CAL FIRE stresses for them to obey those mandatory evacuation orders as this fire continues to consume thousands of acres. And CAL FIRE anticipates, as you can imagine, fighting this one all night long and well into tomorrow. Sharon, back to you.
But first, let's go to CBS 13's Marc Thompson, live from the Capitol in the thick of it all with what's happening as we speak. Marc, take it away.
Yeah, these protests have now moved to 3rd and I Street, and you can see behind me that the lines are clearly drawn between police and protesters, police making sure that this group of protesters does not get back onto the I-5 freeway like they did yesterday and shut things down, protesting the fact that Stephon Clark, a 22-year-old unarmed black man, was shot and killed by Sacramento police. It's an ongoing situation, and we're not sure at this point if this crowd plans to stay here for a while or if they're going to move to other areas of the city, especially here in downtown Sacramento. Guys, I'll send it back to you.
Marc, let me stay with you just for a second before we get to Lemoore. But the law enforcement showing restraint, not reacting in any way, shape, or form, correct?
Correct. They haven't reacted thus far, just standing here listening to protesters as they engage those officers, basically making sure that they know the name of Stephon Clark, making sure that they hear them and understand that they are serious about making sure that their voices are heard. And no justice, no peace has pretty much been the chant all day. It looks like now they are moving the protests to another area of the city. We will follow along and let you know exactly where they go. But for now, the confrontation here at 3rd and I appears to be dissipating as the protesters are moving on to a different location.
Okay, Marc, we'll let you go out and about and get some more images for us.
Now, there are also plenty of celebrities at the DNC last night. Philly's own Boys to Men, they kicked off the convention. Academy Award winner Susan Sarandon was there with Florida delegates supporting Bernie Sanders. Also there was talk show host Jerry Springer.
I've always loved Philadelphia.
Got Amy on traffic and Rob. It was bearable yesterday, just bearable, but when I walked outside this morning, I could feel it was already warm, so that signals what?
Yeah. It's happening.
Yeah,
this is the real heat.
All right, we're getting some breaking news out of France this morning. Police in northern France have killed 2 attackers who used knives to seize hostages in a church. One hostage was killed and another was seriously wounded. The French president is suggesting that the Islamic State group is behind the attack. It took place in a Catholic church in Normandy, France. The Paris anti-terror prosecutor has now taken over this investigation. In other news now, normally when you get a parking ticket, you just got to suck it up and pay for it. But one Tuolumne County man could end up making a small fortune off of his citation. As ABC 10's John Bartell explains, the man is suing the city of Sonora for $236,000 over a $41 parking ticket.
So where there is a tunnel, there could be, I suppose, a hidden train.
Yes, and that tunnel looks pretty cool. I love a good treasure hunt.
Yeah?
You know, good classic
You want to go over
hunt.
and try to find this?
If I get to keep some of the gold, sure. I'll help
Yeah,
out.
that's the hitch, right?
I'll get a shovel for sure.
Returning to the Olympic Village on Sunday morning.
Yeah, this is all the talk surrounding the Olympics right now. A judge has demanded their passports and ordered them to stay in Brazil, but as ABC's Matt Gutman reports, that order appears to have come too late.
Matt Gutman, ABC News, Rio.
Wow, and you have to figure, regardless of what ends up coming out of this, Ryan Lochte is in the advantageous position of being back here in the U.S. to try to figure everything out, while those others, they're stuck over there with their passports confiscated while they have to deal and sort through all of this
And
mess.
it's so unfortunate.
Now to ABC 10 Business headlines this morning. Have you seen the Sawyer in downtown Sacramento? Well, it's the name of the new hotel that's being built right next door to the Golden One Center. And there's some history behind it. The hotel is named after Judge Lorenzo Sawyer. He was a New Yorker with a law degree who had his eyes on California gold in the late 1800s. Eventually, he became a judge for the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals in San Francisco. And in the case Woodruff versus North Bloomfield in 1884, he issued the Sawyer decision, which basically stopped the hydraulic mining that was hurting local farmers.
You had organizations popping up.
Kind of the first environmental decision to be handed down in the state. So there's your brief mini history lesson, and that's why the Sawyer is so meaningful. The hotel will open in the spring of 2017. Cool. Well, I was all about this yesterday, but now I got to back off a little bit. I thought these were really, really cool. McDonald's now, though, they're scrapping those fitness trackers for kids. They just released them. They're being removed from Happy Meals after reports of skin irritation from some of those trackers. I've even heard reports of kids feeling like a burning sensation. The trackers were part of an effort for McDonald's to appear more healthy and to get kids more active. So they're having to back off of those. Maybe they needed to do some vetting on those fitness trackers before they put them in all those Happy Meals.
Do a little bit more research on them before, but good effort.
Yep.
They tried to, make a change.
And it could be another historic day in Rio. Usain Bolt, will he win gold again today in the 200? We'll see.
I think you deserve a little gold.
Oh, thank you.
Gold medal goes to Marc.
See if I can put it around.
Oh, yeah, looks good on you. Oh, we'll work on it.